Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome to session number 30 of Shadows of Sorcery. A heist is afoot, as our brave adventurers join me for this evening's session. We are, sadly, missing a Rakan today, as unexpected family intervention pulled him away from us at the last second. However, tonight we are indeed joined by Darren Moran, played by Lying in Bedmon.
Hello.
The Librarian, played by Zarian.
Hello.
Ingvar Svan, played by Lydia.
Yo.
And last, but hardly least, Prodigious Maximus, played by Elfie.
Hello.
Who wants to take on the recap?
Not it.
Nope. Not it.
Sounds like it's your turn to do it, Zarian.
There was a lot of things that happened, and then we were scared, and then we weren't anymore.
I think we're still very scared.
Okay, we're still very scared, but not as scared.
I have a
Remember,
vial
I'm
of-
still
I have-
hugging
I have a
Zaria.
vial of guaranteed death in my coat pocket. This is not a good situation for me.
Oh yeah, we're still carrying the death poison.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
honestly struggling to remember a little bit because it's been a while.
So,
It's been a hot minute.
last session, our intrepid party of adventurers went to visit a lawyer, a solicitor, at his offices, finding themselves a little bit in a precarious situation after figuring out that said solicitor is also one of the possibly heads of the Carnifex Syndicate, a crime ring that has run rampant across the Radavi country for a while now. And their base of operations, or at least one of them, seems to be here in the capital city of Fernholm. Our party parlayed with this figure and possibly made themselves appear more as business associates than attempted assassins. And in order to gain this person's trust, they have been assigned a task, a heist, to recover an object of unknown size, weight, or value from a place that they do not know. They have been handed a compass that tracks the object, and they have been left to their own devices, although they did find themselves being followed by a strange-looking individual
Who's gonna have the worst time?
who has now been cursed through the machinations of the librarian and Horace to hear a trumpeting horn at 12 o'clock every night, as long as they are within 600 feet of the party. Their current exhaustion level is 0. But that may change. So yes, that is what has happened since last session. Or during the last session, I should say. And we pick up where we last left off, with our party seated in the copper need to find the name for this. I know it starts... the Copper Eagle Tavern. At the base of the city, right outside the front gates. What would you all like to do?
I believe our vague plan was to scout, either spend the night and recover ourselves, or go and scout the location to see what we're nicking, or where we're nicking it more specifically.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, that Valk, for the T-check and hello, and welcome. We are doing D&D, so I will not be chat interactive most of the time. I will be focusing on the story. Right, so are you all going to take the chance, because it is late evening at this point, to take a long rest? Or would you all like to head out into the streets to scout your target?
Long rest is probably a smart idea. Take it while you can, but we haven't really expended much.
Do we have to take a long rest? Will we take exhaustion if we don't take a long rest every evening?
No. You'll only take exhaustion if you haven't rested for 2 or 3 days.
Okay. Well, we can... Cover of night is a bit better than cover of day. When you're doing a little... robbing.
Robbery.
Makes robbing
murder,
gestures.
Various
Yeah.
shenaniganeries.
Just, I don't know how you thief. You just... nab it.
Wait,
This is also Prod saying this. He's big clunky boy. He...
Cover of night is preferred when you're doing robbery. Makes the gesture of the cross. Waves an English flag.
Okay, who in our party is small and sneaky? I just look really hard at Darren.
If only we had some sort of rogue.
If
Yeah! Who is good at nicking stuff. Just intensely staring at
There has
Darren.
been absolutely no occasion in this entire campaign where I have stolen a single object.
That we
Which
know
is
of.
strange for the rogue, I've got to be honest.
I am not a criminal, I just had need to escape certain situations, okay?
Like prison.
Sure, let's say that.
Emotional prison.
Oh god.
Oh no.
There's no escape in emotional prisons.
A glass cage of emotions, if you will.
But my highest modifier is +2. There has to be a better choice for this. If it's a higher than a +2 on dexterity, you're the party rogue.
I have a +2 on dexterity, that's it.
Is that your only positive?
Oh no, I have like a +5 charisma.
Ah. I have a +2 charisma, but I do also happen to have a +8 on persuasion. That's like my one thing, and I've also rarely gotten to use it.
Wait, why is your dex so low as a rogue?
Because I rolled really badly when I was generating the character.
But like, we've had many levels now.
Yeah, where do you think I've been putting points?
Oh god.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
you-
that bad.
Born as a runt. I'm so sorry.
A dwarf! That's rude!
This is why we use a raise.
Okay. Let's go as scouted, I think is...
Very quickly,
Okay, let's
before
go.
we do any of that, Darren,
Hmm.
so if you check the symbiotes tab, the little pop-out section on the side that's next to the slider bars, Yes.
I think. Yep, yeah, okay, that's it.
You should see a section that says Character Sheets D&D 5e.
Warhammer 40k dice roller.
What?
Nope.
No,
slabs of that.
not
No,
the
just
symbiotes, not the symbiotes tiles. The tab on the side of the screen, next to the sliders.
Next to the what? At what point is Captain Jonathan Archer showing up here? What do you mean by the sliders?
The level sliders to bring
Okay,
the
yes.
height of the thing up and down.
Okay. There is
You-
the book. That's all I see there.
There should be a small tab that has arrows on it, in the middle.
No.
No?
No. No, there is
No.
not.
Okay. That's you should have that. That's strange. You might need to.
Why is there a big grey bit next to it? That's not normal, is it?
That's just what happens when I click the book.
Okay. So, go to your settings menu.
Oh boy. This is
Very
how we're
quickly.
starting the game, okay.
I love
Yes,
this
this is how we're starting this. I'm afraid.
Mhm.
And click on the modding tab,
Uh-huh.
and there should be a small button that says Enable Symbiotes.
Uh-huh.
Make sure that is
True.
orange. Yes. And then click OK. And then on the side of the screen, you should have a small tab with 2 arrows that you can pop out. On the same level as where the books are, but slightly lower down.
Still no.
Okay, that's weird. Can you share your screen with me real quick? Or share the, thingamajig with me? Because that should work.
Right there, I can see it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Right in the screen.
No, this is just the tab I clicked on.
No. On the side of the side.
Right-hand
see
side
that
of your
little
screen, the furthest
Grey
right side.
tab.
Yes. It's just
Nope,
it's
down,
just the
down.
down rulers.
No, in the middle. Right in the middle. On the side of the screen.
You mean the road? Because that's just
No.
That's just
No,
decor.
the grey tab with arrows in white.
again, that's just the rulers.
No, it's
Oh, for
above the rulers in the middle of the screen on the side.
Are you just looking at the you're just looking at the road.
This.
Yeah, what Zarian's pointing
Yeah.
out with a picture.
I don't see that.
I'm looking at it on your screen! How? Okay. Move your mouse to the middle of the screen, then slide it all the way to the right.
Sorry, no, do not munch me.
Technical difficulties, everybody. Please stand by.
Hang on, this might help if I put my glasses on.
It would help.
Actually, technically it won't because my vision is actually perfect. But leave way. Oh, there was a very, very slight gradient change there. Yes.
Okay, click on that. There we go.
Exploding
Okay.
dice.
Symbiotes panel. Right. Why do you have exploding dice and nothing else? That's weird.
Why do I have exploding dice?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that actually.
You have to enable the specific Roll20 thing in the modding panel.
No, this isn't for Roll20. Okay, so now that you found that, now we can go to the symbiote section, and filter out for character sheet, or just character, or char also works. There should be one that looks like it has two, like, people on it, one of them slightly higher than the other. It says character sheets D&D 5e.
D&D 5e character sheet with new exhaustion.
Nope.
D&D 5e character sheet plus.
Nope.
Character sheets D&D 5e. Character
Yes.
sheet online GM.
No. You need the one that looks like it has two people on it. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Okay. Now open the symbiotes thing. And click on the character sheet one.
UI was troublesome.
Okay. Please tell me this is gonna sync. It is not gonna sync. Ugh. God damn it. Okay, that's fine. We'll sort that out for next session.
We had plenty of time to sort this out before the session.
We did not, but thank you for trying. But no, that's fine. It is something that all of you are gonna need for next session, but we'll deal with that later on, because that is a functional character sheet that you can click on for roles for in-game, so you don't have to tab out every time.
Can
But
you
we'll
let
get...
me into the game, please?
Oh,
Oh, that too.
I've been
That too.
I've been waiting for you to say something about that.
Yeah, no, don't do that. In my experience, tell people.
Players are being summoned. Have you joined the session, Elfie?
Yeah, it says waiting for GM.
Oh dear.
Okay, you might need to reload that.
Yeah, I'll exit the menu and come back.
Technical issues, everybody. Please stand
This
by.
is so great. This is
Yep,
wonderful.
First half hour of a stream.
Always happens.
As God intended.
I think my tail spire just sucks. That might be it.
Have you updated it?
What?
I think there was like a 3 meg update when I got in.
Oh,
That was a small update, yeah.
oh yeah. Oh. Ooh! My computer's making some very fun sounds. That's great. Yeah, just carry on. It's fine. Move me around. I'll watch Lucian's stream.
Well, I kind of need to have you in, but it's fine.
Just for
Okay,
now.
so
For now.
you're all heading out to do some scouting, correct?
Aye, aye.
Okay, let me open the door for you.
We.
Door is open. You may exit at your leisure.
No, it seems like there might be a trap. Can we check the door?
I mean, Darren's walked out already. Doesn't seem to be trapped.
Yeah, we need to scan for atmospheric gases and like various toxins first.
What if there's a neurotoxin in the air, huh?
Yeah,
We just open that door and we're dead.
we don't know that there's air out there.
How do I know that's actually Darren?
Oh god. Don't put the idea of shapeshifters into the head.
I can find this funny because I know things you don't.
Uh,
There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
you can also just say things and it'll terrify us, whether or not they have the slightest degree of actual truth to them.
I love
Yep,
how there's a
there we go.
shape-shifting
Healthy's
goblin loose in the city called Schmurgle.
Schmurgle!
Moopsy.
Okay.
Oopsie.
So, you may explore at your leisure. Are you following the compass?
I presume that we are. But if we get too close to the target object, then the compass will stop working entirely, and that may not necessarily tell us what it was.
So the way it was explained to you is if you get too close to the target object, the compass will vanish.
Yeah.
And, however, the proximity to the target object is within 3 feet.
I
So
mean,
it's
if the mark, so to speak, was carrying it on their person, we bump into them. That still counts.
At that point, you know who it is.
Not necessarily. Be a crowded street. Could bump into
Could
lots
be.
of people there.
But it's relatively late evening. The streets are not very crowded at the moment. Relatively empty.
I mean, let's just head towards it. Let's just figure it out. I mean, let's just follow where we're going.
Okay, so the compass is pointing from where you are at the moment, northwest.
Yep. Which way's north?
You have a compass on your HUD.
Ah.
That way. The north way.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Let the brains do it. Librarian, how we going?
That way.
Okay.
The compass seems to be pointing in the general direction of the High District, where the various large manor houses are.
Over here. Let's go. You coming, folks?
It's west.
Just figuring out the general direction of what we're nicking and where it is.
As of the moment, you guys only know one route up to the High District, and that is along the main road and then up the curly pathway.
Let's go there then. I'm just gonna wee.
Up to the lightning.
Having fun there, Elfie?
Yep. Tremendous.
Tremendous fun. Fair enough.
Are we still heading in the right direction?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the curvy path.
Blech.
Okay, so
The gate.
you all head up the curvy path, and you arrive at the, once again, still blockaded by whatever this strange metal construction is that you have noticed is sparking lightning on occasion. Still blockaded by 3 guards.
Oh, for...
Interesting. I did not know that could open.
Apparently it can.
But yes, two guards on the floor level and one on the gantry section that is above the gate. Different guards to the ones that were here earlier. Apparently, they come in and out on rotation every once in a while.
Who's got high persuasion? Who wants to try this time?
That would be me. That would definitely be me.
All right, Darren.
What am I persuading here?
That we're on business for what's his face. Brain. Oh, I forgot the
Blackwood.
What kind of
villain's
punch is this
name.
not gonna stop
Blackwood.
ringing?
That's it. Thank you.
Is the compass pointed north now?
The compass is still pointed north, but it's now that you're over this way, it's pointing more in a north-northeast direction.
And there's no other turn-offs that could have taken us more northeast than here.
Well, the compass was pointing northwest. Now it's pointing northeast.
So we've passed it. Okay.
So you've passed it to a degree, but it's still pointing north. So,
Well, we've passed it
That's
on the
fun.
west-east axis.
yes.
I've done this in Minecraft many times.
Yes, you have.
Okay, right. What do I say? What is
Just tell them we're on business from Blackwood. They seem to respect him as a figure.
Yeah, is that necessarily a name we want to be routinely dropping?
Well, it's the only one we know, so let's use that one.
I mean, if they're check if they're the same guards that saw us before. Surely they'll let us through.
They
if
are not.
They know.
It's definitely not the same guys. One has a toupee. It's definitely not the same guys.
Oh,
You look, and one of the guards has removed his helmet and is kind of wiping his brow, and you see this pompadour-esque hairstyle, which is not the same color as his eyebrows in the slightest, and looks a little over-exaggerated and a little bit... It doesn't look quite right. And he
looks
puts
like
his
he should be
helmet back on.
presenting news from the capital. Right. I'm gonna walk up to the non-toupee one, this guy with the curly mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sir, would you mind letting us pass?
What business do you have in the High District?
That's not really much for you to know. That's for Mr. Blackwood to find out.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Dice, don't fail me now.
oh no, you did ocean dice.
20.
The ocean dice are
20.
merciful.
Yeah, no, okay. The guard looks you up and down for a moment and goes, yeah, alright. And pulls on this large, heavy lever that is next to him, and you hear the crackling, sparking sound that you'd heard earlier, the sound, dies down, and the little bolts of lightning that were sparking through the gate vanish. And he says,
just like quietly. Not gonna lie, I'm starting to question exactly how well these places are guarded. Well,
the guard gestures you all through. And once you are all through the gate, he pulls on the lever again, and you all watch as the faint bolts of lightning that are passing through the gate spark up again. The gate's humming resuming.
Is it this house? As
Is
we
it
go
this
round,
house?
does it look?
It is not that house. The compass, now that you're at the top of the road, the compass is pointing more northeast. But it's still pointing north.
okay.
There's a road east we could take.
Yeah, let's go that way. We'll figure it out. Come on.
Not
Woo!
suspicious at all.
Whee!
We're practically war driving through a suburban neighborhood. It's definitely fine.
Once you get onto this road, because you're keeping an eye on the compass, Darren, once you hit this road, the compass is pointing directly north, straight through that
Okay.
gate.
Right.
Oh, whoever lives here happens to have a wargaming light table. Nice.
Hmm.
I wonder where they keep their figs.
Is that like a little... Oh, it's a little summer house. It's a little gazebo. Oh, that's
Oh,
so
no.
cute.
Oh, God, no. No, we're not going into the place with the gazebo.
What do you have against gazebos?
They are incredibly deadly, and we are not going to be able to that
What,
challenge.
what do you? It's a structure.
Oh,
Look
I've
at
heard
garden
horror stories
structure.
of parties that encountered gazebos. It's terrifying.
Are
No.
you afraid of garden furniture as well? Does a bird bath give you nightmares? What is this?
Right. I'm guessing at this point, as we get up to this gate with the other guards, that the compass is pretty solidly pointing at this place.
Yes, now that you're standing about 20 feet-ish away from the gate, you can see that the compass, where it used to point north-northeast, north-northwest, now it's just pointing directly through that gate.
Okay. What are the odds he wants us to nick the gate?
Probably close to 0 because we still have the compass.
Okay, I walk up to the gates within 3 feet, and I surreptitiously knock whilst checking if the compass is still in my hand.
There are guards by that door.
As you approach the gate, the two heavily armored guards that are standing by it sort of walk out into the middle of the road and stand in front of you and go, "What business do you have here, then?"
I'm sorry, sirs. We seem to have gotten lost. What is this place?
This is
We're
the
from the
manor
city
of the
planning division, I'm
Magister.
afraid.
Ah,
Oh, well, the
We were
magistrate's
looking-
clearly got some paperwork he's overdue on, man. This isn't in our records at all.
And
This
you
building is up to
are?
code? As I say, we're from the city planning division, sir. We're checking
City
up on all
planning.
of the, yeah, we're checking up on all of the contracts that are going around. Unfortunately, it seems like there may have been some paperwork problems because this building isn't in our records at all. Are you sure this is up to code entirely? If it's not up to code, we're going to have to get some guys in, fix it all up. This gate that has to be. Whoa, is the ground underneath this load bearing? Do you know if this passes over any of the sewage waste?
Roll me a deception check.
Oh god. Okay.
Can I assist with this by minor illusioning some permit forms in front of their face?
Roll me an intelligence check before you do that. Roll me an intelligence check. Because
Could you also illusion a hard hat on my head, so I look like a builder?
Sure. I got a 15 for the intelligence
15.
check.
That's gotta be enough.
You-
At least.
you do you think the librarian would have ever visited Fahrenholm before?
Probably not, but I do think they know how to fake a good-looking form.
Yeah, you don't need to make you don't need to make legit paperwork. You just need to make what this guard fixed is legit paperwork.
They understand bureaucracy to a degree that they could probably magic up something sensible looking.
Okay. I will allow you to roll with advantage on this, Darren, with the librarian's help.
Okay. There we go. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You approach the front gate. You speak to the guards, and your compatriot, in official-looking robes, folds out this immaculate piece of paper, which, while it doesn't quite have legible writing on it. It looks close enough to something that would be officially issued by the city, because at the top it has what you've been seeing around on each guard, librarian. It has a insignia at the top of the paper of a tower sitting on a wave, which is the insignia of Fahrenholm. And the guards look you all over for a second, and they look at each other. They look at all of you again and go, I suppose city planning will employ anyone these days. The Magister's not in at the moment, but alright, just make sure to get this all sorted out soon. And they both step back out of the road, and the gate is levered open.
Ooh.
Much obliged, sir. Much obliged. I guess we step through.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Careful on your feet,
Just
lads.
us
May
and
not
our
be
dragon.
It's a
You
work dragon
all
that carries
step
bricks.
through this
It's an emotional support dragon, but
heavy-
we also use it for aerial scans occasionally.
heavy iron gate, which was completely opaque, but you as it clunks open, you all step forward into this slightly overgrown, not really well kept, large estate with a gazebo on the right and a large set of rock features and sort of water fountains on the left. And in front, you all see a large manor house with a fountain in the middle of the courtyard, stairs leading up, and it is immense. It's much bigger than any building that any of you have ever been in or have ever seen before. It's much bigger than Blackwood's manor house. The only thing that you would think that you've seen that really trumps it is the castle, which is probably the biggest building in the city.
Is a magistrate? This is Elfie's knowledge failing. Is a magistrate? What does a magistrate do?
A magister, in this instance,
Sorry.
is... No, magistrate and magister are two different things. It's fine. But a magister, in this instance, would be a... Essentially, think... to a degree, like a mayor.
Or a professor as well.
To a degree, a mayor, a peacekeeper, basically someone who is very much in charge of at least to a degree a portion of the city.
Okay. Prod doesn't know what to do, so starts theatrically talking about rock formations and how the ground might have to be built on chalk, and that's bad because slippery. He doesn't know anything about construction.
It's bad because it's water soluble, and that might create aquifers in the ground.
The foundations are very bad. I'm drawing up an alarm sigil as soon as we get through the gates and they close back up.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm setting the property as soon as someone steps through it, we all get a ping.
Okay.
Can you minor illusion a hard hat on the dragon as well?
The minor illusion's gone now.
While the gate is presumably closing back up, I make a loud announcement asking for if we can get some aerial scan of the area using the dragon.
Ooh,
As you've all
just
finished
via the
stepping through, the gate closes behind you all. It's pretty loud.
We might not even need the alarm.
It's the gate itself is very loud. It's heavy, and it's made of what looks to be some form of iron. And it opening and closing, you can hear it probably a good 70 to 100 feet from it.
Alright.
So yeah.
In that case, I probably won't do an alarm.
This is a big place.
You'd probably be able to hear it from inside the house, basically.
Okay.
It's big.
Well,
Okay.
I guess I will continue my way down the path towards the building, constantly looking around, seeming to be making notes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
As you're walking, you spot another pair of guards who are walking along the courtyard path, who spot you, and are walking over to investigate.
I try be talking amongst ourselves, busy.
Okay.
Yes,
Foundations,
planning
rocks.
schedules, blueprints, paperwork, documentation, bureaucracy.
Yeah,
So,
bureaucracy.
The guards approach you. I would like a group deception check, please.
Oh hell.
Oh, this is great.
8.
That one.
I'm old as the dragon, but that's 17.
Yeah, the dragon doesn't get to roll on this.
Oh. Hold on, let me try that again then.
No, it's fine. I'll take the roll. It's just like the dragon does not get to roll.
Oh my god.
I got 7.
Okay, so we have a natural 1, a 17, a 7, and an 8. Was that?
Oh, I shouldn't have pointed out how well I was rolling tonight and how that was unusual.
I said don't say it!
Okay, so because you guys were let through the gate, these guards are less suspicious than if you just appeared in the middle of the courtyard. But they're still suspicious. What's your total roll on your deception for all of you, very quickly?
Well, mine was 3.
Okay.
Mine's just a straight 17. I haven't got any
Yeah,
anything
that's
bad.
fine.
Mine was a 6.
6 total. Okay.
Oh, no, total was a 7.
No,
Sorry.
total is 7. Okay.
Apologies.
And Zarian?
Total is 8.
Total is 8. Okay. So the guards approach you. And Ingvar, you're looking very official. You're examining the masonry, all of that sort of thing. The rest of you don't have Ingvar's engineering know-how. So while you're trying to look like you're doing something and discussing and trying to figure out this and that and the other, it's not as convincing. So the guards
Turns
walk
out
up.
just saying bureaucracy, paperwork doesn't actually convey much.
Yeah. So the guards walk up to you, and they go, hello? What's your business here?
Oh, very good to meet you. As we mentioned to the guards at the gate over there, we're with the city planning department. There seems to be some paperwork problems with this particular property.
Are you now? Well. And the first guard, who's holding a crossbow, nudges the second one and goes, you know, I used to be with the city planning department. It's a very long time ago, but you know, I don't recognize any of you.
Oh,
New
okay.
hires.
We must just be newer hires than you. The planning office has gone through a number of what would you call them?
Turnover is terrible recently.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't get dental.
Really?
But the last guy we sent around out here for planning permission details was utter trash apparently, because we're missing like must be 2 months worth of files from him.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, I suppose you'll have some identifying paperwork on you, won't you?
As I say, we're new hires, so some things are still on the works. But if you'd like, we can head over back to the planning office. I'm sure they'll vouch for us.
Yes, that would be required. I would have assumed that the
Yes, I hear
gate
you.
guards saw your paperwork if they let you in, but if you don't have any paperwork, I'm afraid we can't allow you any further into the grounds. It is a security issue, you understand, I'm sure.
Well, there's our permit form, just in terms of investigatory lists and stuff. It has the official townhome seal on it. You'll see, and minor illusion, the same form, but with specific details now on the crest, and it's just empty listing boxes with very basic information on top of them.
Roll me a... No, you know what? You rolled relatively well on your deception
Well enough.
earlier. So, yeah. Okay. The guard takes it, looks at it, and goes, I see, yes. No, you see, you need to get this signed in triplicate by... And he goes on to give you a detailed walkthrough of the entire process for getting planning permits and all of this stuff done. And then he says, but I'm afraid that until you get all of this signed, we can't let you any further into the grounds.
Oh
Okay.
goodness.
Are you? Can you inform us as to the purpose of this property? This appears to be a residential area. Is there someone that lives here in particular?
This is the home of Magister Varen Lork, my young
Interesting.
and
Our documentation
up-and-coming
said that he
pen
was
pusher.
living on the other side of the city from here. Okay, right. Well, we are going to have to do some amount of geological survey here. This was built on some chalk deposits, so it might be a little bit unstable if water. That fountain especially is going to add a whole ton of groundwater here. But no, we can get that sorted out, surely.
As you're saying this, the guard's eye glints a little, and he cracks a grin, a little bit crooked. A few of his teeth seem to be missing. He's a relatively older fellow, and he goes, "That's the first time I'm hearing about any chalk deposits. It's very interesting. You can take a look around the grounds, but I'm afraid we can't let you any closer to the manor house. You understand, I'm sure."
Oh yeah, you're doing your job, we're doing ours.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
They would be very angry if we just came back with no survey data whatsoever. We understand we're not allowed to go in, of course.
Oh yeah, the managers.
Good. I'm glad. And the two guards step back and move onwards around the courtyard. Not so much not worrying about you, but they're keeping an eye on you by the looks of things.
They think we're idiots.
They think that you are maybe not in the right, or you're not in the place you should be, but they're not sure about you, basically.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. Being idiots is better than being dangerous.
Yeah, being thought as harmless is a lot better. Right, I'm gonna make gestures towards the fountain and approach the fountain as though I am inspecting it to make sure it's not leaking, as I presume fountains do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, this sure is a fountain.
Yeah, that's very heavy.
Yep.
That's very heavy stone and/or metal work. Yeah.
It's a lot of.
Are you
Thanks, Beth.
examining it for anything, or are you trying to do something else while looking at the fountain?
I'm rolling perception on the fountain and ideally everywhere else because we're probably going to have to come back through here at some point.
Looking really hard at the compass to see if it's pointing at anything in particular, like a particular side of the house, or if it's like...
It is, at the moment, it is still pointing directly at the house. Not particularly deviating from any position.
Right.
Can I check for a maintenance hatch on the fountain for potentially the drainage that goes to the sewers?
Yeah. So
Go to fountains, drainage, go to
you
sewers.
roll me investigation, librarian, and you roll me perception, Darren.
Copy.
16.
Nat 20 perception.
What?
Oh,
21 total.
all right. Okay, so with a 16, librarian, and we'll get to you in a moment, Darren. You look through the fountain and you see there is a drainage system for the fountain. It is in the middle, and you see a pipe that's going up, and then a grate around that pipe that goes down. It's maybe big enough to fit a hand at most. It's not a very big drainage system, but it's right in the middle of the fountain, underneath that second tier, essentially.
Any idea where the water source may be coming from?
At this angle, no. You are... From what you know, this section of the city is built relatively high on a cliff. But there's not really any indication of what could be underneath it. Darren. So, The fountain is beautiful. It depicts 4 dragon heads at the base, and in the middle there is a stone statue of what looks to be some form of knightly figure. You look back...
Sedan Fortescue.
Possibly. You look back towards the house, and the first thing you notice is that those 2 guards are not the only guards you can see. There is a heavily armored guard in full plate, with a full faceplate helmet, striding along the sort of porch veranda area of the manor house. You can see a lot of different windows. You see a lower set that seem to... You can just about see a fireplace maybe through the windows. On the other side you see what looks to be a dining table, but at the angle you're at it's kind of hard to see. You see that the house seems to have at the very least 2 floors. And here and there, dotted about in little alcoves, you see more statues, including one that's at the center between the staircases that go up to the main doors. You also, as you're looking around, you see the gazebo on the right. You see the water features and rock formations on the left. The gazebo looks like it's seen some better days, and the grounds themselves of this manor house are a little untamed, as if it hasn't had a gardener in a few weeks at the very least. As you're looking around, you also spot on the left side, back towards the gate, what looks to be part of the wall underneath the fencing that is a little bit more worn and crumbled. It looks like it hasn't been repaired in a while. Yeah, that's about everything you get with a natural 20.
So there's probably not a garden.
Hmm?
Or at the very least, there's a really, really negligent gardener.
Well, by the looks of it, it's possible that the gardener hasn't been around in a little while.
Let's take a tour around the house itself. If we're allowed to do that. That was part of the thing, so we could
You were
walk
told that
around
you were
them.
restricted to the grounds.
Okay. So, we could head around the side, and that would be fine, yeah?
Mm-hmm. By the looks of it.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's examine. We can if we approach it carefully, we might be able to check out the gazebo.
Yeah. Do you want to do gazebo first?
It's probably worth it. It's
Okay,
threadbare.
come on.
And the rest of the ground seem to be awaiting a delivery of fresh turf.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best. I had to get the interior done first, realistically speaking.
You go, ooh. You said it's kind of a crumbling gazebo, and you could be like, this is proof of chalk deposits.
It's not necessarily crumbling, but it's definitely seen better days. Like, there's portions of the building are a little bit worse for wear than maybe they should be. So it definitely looks like the gazebo has seen a few better days. Maybe in its youth it might have had a pair of star-crossed lovers kissing on its benches. But those days have long since passed, and now it's probably just used for an old man to sit and read his newspaper, basically.
Heal. I'm guessing the fella in there is also heavily armored or just vaguely armored?
The fella in there is lightly armored, holding a crossbow, and is kind of just keeping an eye on everything around, keeping an eye over the top of the hedges, because this gazebo is surrounded by a lot of different hedges. And he looks back at you, and you see that he's smoking a pipe.
Oh, what a champion! Can I go talk to him? Is that?
Yeah,
I check with the party first. Can I go talk to him? Hello?
I guess.
Yes?
Just be wary of what you say.
It's gonna be nice. Hello.
Well, good evening.
Oh, we're just
He's
checking
a
out.
grizzled older man.
Oh,
Maybe in about his 60s, you'd say, I'd guess.
okay. We're just doing city planning stuff. I'm just here as the muscle, to be honest. I have no idea what bureaucracy means. Sorry, I just
That's
appreciate a man
nice.
with a pipe. Always knows the best stuff.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know anything about city planning, but I know that the Magister has been absent for a day or so now. We're expecting him back in a few hours. I would make yourself scarce then.
Be a
He's not
scary
in
man.
a good mood, as I understand it. Something to do with the royal court upset him greatly, I hear.
The words royal court. Prod. You can see him go from like, oh, this is a really good, I just want to know some stuff. I'm kind of like just chilling out with my friends too. Hello, I am so very, very interested in this conversation. And he goes, the royal court. What? I'm new in. What? Do they normally have arguments with our magister?
Well, as I understand it, the magister, well, the magister of the High District, that's Magister Lork, he has a tendency to disagree with the High Regent on matters of political standing.
Sort of law bureaucracy. I get it. I know all about that. I don't. I'm just a muscle. I dig. He just doesn't know how to respond to this situation, so he just like, I'm assuming he has like a smoking pouch, and he just like passes a bit over to...
Roll me a history check.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be good. 14! Fuck yeah!
14. Okay. So, you have heard in passing of the High Regent. The High Regent is known as Lanfa Zegris. High Regent Lanfa Zegris came into power after the king passed away and the queen committed suicide. He is known to be strict, but not...
Committed suicide?
The queen committed suicide, yes.
Oh, that's interesting!
The queen committed suicide after the death of her husband.
Because the other lady said she just sort of retreated to her chambers and is just not been seen for a while.
So, what this
Which could be
guard is telling
Sorry.
you is that the Queen, it is suspected, committed suicide after her husband died and she was stricken with grief. The what's his name? The High Regent has been in power ever since, and is supposed to relinquish power to the next oldest member of the royal family when they come of age. So that is what you know about the High Regent.
Okay. 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 Prod just makes some pleasantries with this guard. He offers him some fancy tobacco from his smoking pouch because, a man with a pipe wants some fancy tobacco.
Well, it's very kind of you, young man.
Okay, I should probably go back to work. I'm meant to be on duty. Anyway, bye! And runs over the thing and be like, do you think I could be a king?
No.
And then, no context for that, starts walking away to look around the garden.
Fair enough.
Guys, come in! Have you got your samples?
Right,
What are the rest of you doing?
Seeing that Prod hasn't been devoured whole by the gazebo, I guess I'll just move on to the next bit of greenery around here.
It is mostly bushes. Relatively dense bushes and some relatively dense grass as well. It comes up to about your knee, Darren. It's pretty thick, actually. It looks like a few weeks without a gardener has not gone well for this place.
My theory is that if we go round the whole house, we'll be able to pinpoint the location of whatever this object is that we need to nick. Can we just pretend that we do a whole loop of the house?
We can skip forward. The grounds outside are relatively plain, garden. You see on the left side of the house, you see on the right side of the house, there is what looks to be a sort of storage area for barrels, grain sacks, a lot of firewood. The right side of the left side of the house looks relatively barren. It's kind of just flat. At the back of the house, you see two doors. One of them, you don't know where they lead, but one's on sort of each end of the back of the house. The back of the house also sort of comes out in this curved shape at the back, where this large sort of structure at the back of the house goes up to a set of tall windows. But other than that, seems relatively empty. As you're going around the house, you reach about the halfway point, and you watch as the compass turns to the west. And you go to the back, and it turns to the south. And you go to the east, and you go to the west side, and it turns to the east. It doesn't really give you much of a idea as to where this item might be, but it's definitely in the house by the looks of it.
Right. Okay. Can I roll a perception check to try and see if there's any easy way into the house, which is possibly a little
Darren's
more inconspicuous?
already rolled it and hasn't seen anything, and I'm counting that roll as the whole the walk around the entire house. Other than the various small doors and entrances that you've seen, there's a variety of windows. Some are higher than others, but other than that, there's not really any other way in, other than the front doors and what looks to be the back doors, and maybe some of the lower floor windows, which, from what you've seen, one of them leads into a dining room, and the other one leads into what looks like a parlor, but they're a good, 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. So, is there any way that we could maybe duplicate one of us and with like an illusion, and then send one in to do a real sneaky what's the word? Collection rendezvous? I don't know. Has anyone got any spells that might help this particular situation? Disguise self as a bush and wait for a bit.
At this point, it's been about an hour. And as you guys are finishing the last sort of round of the house, still with a couple of guards keeping an eye on you, you hear a clink as the front gates to the estate start to open.
Quick, everyone look like you're supposed to be here.
Why don't we take the chance to just get inside the building while they're... No, never mind.
The guards are watching you, but they're also keeping an eye on the main driveway of the estate as well.
We need to get in right now, otherwise they're just going to get back up. That's my particular thing that I'm going to add to this conversation. Let's take a real quick turn around the back, enter from the back. Hopefully the guards will be distracted enough. Why doesn't someone just keep talking at the guards and start talking about, I don't know...
The gate finishes opening.
We need distraction.
Striding
alarm?
through... Well, not striding, actually. As the gate finishes opening, you hear the sound of hooves on cobblestones, clattering over metal as it clatters over the sort of the track of the gate. And then you see coming into the driveway a horse-drawn carriage with no horses. At least that's what you thought at first. But then you realize that there are horses. They're just kind of see-through. You see the metal shoes of the horses as they clatter onto the ground and the carriage comes in along the driveway. But the horses themselves are kind of half see-through, a little bit ghostly. And the carriage itself, you see it's black with burgundy trim, silver pennants on small flags, and on the doors you see the Farrenholm crest, the fortress on a wave. And the carriage clatters in through the gate, comes around the courtyard, and then comes to a stop around about there. And the guards keep an eye on you. Someone gets out of the carriage. Can't see them. It's on the other side of where you are at the moment. And then what looks to be an older man in burgundy robes walks up the stairs, opens one of the doors into the manor house, and walks in. And the doors close behind him. You watch as a servant sort of seems to slip out from behind a statue and grabs the bridle of one of these see-through horses and leads it round the western side of the house and out of view. And leads the carriage away.
Okay. So now we've got another very powerful person in there. Cool. What?
Probably fine.
I think I need to talk to this magistrate. I don't think...
Just burn down the house. There's so many things happening.
I know that we're on a very special mission, but I really need to talk to this magistrate. I think we might agree on something.
Burning down the house?
No!
Maybe not that.
Oh, okay, I'll get the lighter out.
Okay.
You get celerant. How are we going to get inside, though?
Knock on the door.
I mean, admittedly, that's worked quite well for us so far, but I feel
We
like...
can't just keep knocking on doors, pretending to be people.
I don't think
We
I
don't
have
have
to
any
pretend for very long.
The higher up the hierarchy we get, the more likely they are to realize we have absolutely no idea what we're talking about.
Well...
I feel like it might actually be the opposite, but what if we got fake permits and came back?
No. They'd just be ready. I'm thinking of, when we accidentally, like, jump scared Blackwood in his own house, and he was still OP, but he was so much more OP when he was expecting us. And that's what I'm, like, relating this particular encounter to.
Okay, assuming that we can get into the building, get within 3 feet at least of whatever it is we're looking for, grab it. What are the odds that anything Blackwood wants out of this place isn't going to have some kind of alarm?
I don't know, but I can definitely distract the magistrate for long enough.
You might be able to distract him, but you can't distract every single guard that is around this building.
There is no way he's just gonna wander around while you're having a chit-chat.
Well, I'll tell you to go sit somewhere, and then someone who's very sneaky can go and sneak off and get it.
What if we use someone they hadn't seen before?
Huh?
I could summon my observer. And it could go look for it with the compass. It's quite sneaky sometimes.
Ooh, yeah. Let's do that. Why didn't we do that in the first place?
You were all gung-ho and
The last time we
apparently,
sent
you
the
know.
observer into a property, it was destroyed and caused us some headaches later.
Well, why don't we
That
get
was the
inside the property
organizer.
first?
The organizer, right, yes. Same diff right now, really. So, okay, I hate it, but that's actually the best plan we have.
Let's
Okay,
go.
need someone to do it slightly more stealthy than this. It does involve a large portal, or not a large one, but a portal that glows, so... Could you just, I don't know, hold a towel up or something?
So are you gonna try and stealthily summon the observer?
Why don't you summon the
yeah.
observer when you're in the house, perhaps?
Because then the house is going to be darker inside, which
Well,
means
you
it'll be a
just say,
bright
sorry, I
fucking
need to
light."
use the bathroom! And then you go into the toilet.
Oh, I need to go inspect that drainage pipe behind the house really quickly. I'll be right back.
Cool, go. Can you cast a minor illusion of yourself? And then...
That's not a minor illusion.
No,
That's a
okay.
whole fucking person.
Okay, I don't know what counts. I'm sorry.
It's like a small object, pretty much.
Minor illusion is like something you can hold. Full-blown illusion is a person.
As you're all discussing this,
Major illusion is the
the
person seems like the
two
person.
guards that originally approached you are walking towards you again.
Oh. Alright, I wave them down like I'm expecting to get their attention. It's like, oh, was that the Magister? We have some words we'd like to have with them.
Yes, I'm afraid that the Magister has requested that all non-essential peoples be removed from the estate at this time. It is getting rather late, and he does not wish to be disturbed.
Well, it's gonna be a
Right.
lot more disturbed if his courtyard caves in, but okay.
Are you actually trying to sneak away, Librarian?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
roll me a
really
stealth
slow.
check, please.
Oh no.
You can't just move your mini and expect me not to notice.
No. If I do, then I feel like I won the stealth check against the DM if you didn't notice.
I mean, I noticed, so.
In some editions of Magic the Gathering and all editions of the fantastic VHS tabletop game Atmosphere, that's valid.
If
Yeah,
the
I
DM
mean,
feels
if you
no.
can actively take your mini away without me noticing, I will let you roll a stealth check with advantage. But I noticed, so you just roll a
I got
stealth check.
16.
16? Yeah, no. Actually, no. Let me roll for this guard.
These guards feel a 6.
Oh, okay.
These guards have just felt a
Let
disturbance
me
in the
roll
force
for
as
the
their
other
parachutes
guard
finally
now. Okay. So you fooled
Ocean
one of
dice
them.
Don't fail me.
Come on.
Oh yeah, ocean dice. Come on, ocean dice.
That's
Yay!
a 13. So yeah, you managed to sneak away. As Garen is talking to these
I was gonna
guards,
say,
you managed
I
to
would have
sneak
like maybe
past.
argued for advantage there as I was waving them
No,
over.
there's two of them. One of them's talking to you. One of them's keeping an eye out. But no, you managed to sneak away behind some bushes, and you managed to get relatively close to the side of the house. Librarian.
Okay, how long do I have to stall for here? How long do I have to vamp?
I don't need that long to summon, and technically I can leave them there till I can go into Witch Sense from, I don't think there's a distance limit on it.
Range 125
Is it
feet.
100? Okay, so there's quite a long distance, so I could technically still Witch Sense on it from outside. I just need to hide it on the ground somewhere, pretty much.
Right.
Alright.
So I'll hide it in the stables, maybe like a stack of hay or something.
Okay. Okay. So, you rolled decent stealth. Yeah. So you summon the observer. You summon this tiny little, about palm-sized creature, automaton with 6 legs and 2 big ocular sort of sections that sort of go whoop, whoop, whoop at you quizzically, and you stash it in behind some boxes, and I'm guessing you quickly sprint back to your party.
Yep.
Okay, so it is there. You have a sense of where it is, and you know where you put it. But once you get beyond the 125 feet, your sense connection to it diminishes a little, and you get the feeling that if you, unless you were closer to it, you would not be able to control it. It's still there, and you can connect to it, so you can see what it sees, but you can't control it.
Oh, okay.
So you have to get within 125 feet, basically. Now, as a note, let me very quickly show you the boundary line of the estate itself. That's this. This wall here is the boundary line of the estate. So you could connect to it even from outside the walls, but yeah.
Okay,
You see
so
what
if
I mean.
Just go to the side of the walls.
Yeah.
I can
Yes,
connect to it.
you could
You'll
still
have about
connect to
half
it.
of the house at that stage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more of the house than we could see before, so I guess that's alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you manage to sneak back to your party, just as the guard's finishing up his little spiel of Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to leave now. The Magister has requested his privacy, and, well, we can't really have people wandering around the estate's grounds at nights. You understand, of course.
Yes.
Yes. I,
Wonderful.
if I might request, I'm nothing to do with my city planning friends here. Even though I am part of the city planning board, I
You're on the board, are you?
no,
Well,
I mean I'm part of the group. Look,
The board
I'm
crew, the ones that place the boards for the scaffolding.
I'm currently on work experience. As muscle.
I see.
I'm not altogether here with the terminology. However, I'm on work experience from a I think I need to talk to the Magister, because we might have things to discuss that are of importance to do with the royal family.
Roll me either a deception or persuasion check, depending on what you feel would fit what you're trying to do.
Like, genuinely, I don't think Prod has the ability to tell a lie. That's just not, although I shouldn't have said that because he's got +1 in deception and 0
Roll
in
me a persuasion check.
hang on. Oh no, he does have some in persuasion. There we go. Come on. 16! It's not good, but it's not bad.
The guards sort of look at each other in sort of confusion of like, what the fuck is this person talking about? And then turn back to you and go, well, if you want to talk to the Magister, I'm sure that his office and secretary are open tomorrow, and they will happily arrange an appointment. But not tonight, I'm afraid.
It might be of some urgency.
I'm afraid it will have to wait until the morning. You must make an appointment through the Magister's office. We cannot let you through.
Is there... I don't know if I have anything, but do I have anything that defines me as a member of the royal family?
No,
Pardon?
you do not.
I don't. Other than my
What?
stunning good looks, which may be reminiscent of someone in there, but I wouldn't know because I've never met them.
Mhm. You have nothing that would tie you to any royal family. And this one is not necessarily the one you're looking for.
Prod doesn't know that, and he does not care.
I know, but yeah, you have nothing that would prove your
Yeah.
connection.
Balls. He goes, fuck, and what? I don't know. He walks away. He there's nothing he can do if he can't persuade these two gazers.
The guards are gonna escort you all out of the premises.
All right.
Whoop.
That's a good thing he walked away, because Ingvar was about ready to smack him over the head with the blunt end of his sword short. Short sword.
That would not have
Short
done well
sword.
for it.
You all are escorted out of the grounds of the estate. Gate closes behind you.
Okay. Let's look like we're walking away, and then we loop back round so you can do that funky little machine thing.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good to me.
let's just pretend we walk away and then go back round. Woo!
I love doing funky little machine
Over here?
things. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so you guys loop through an alleyway around to the the back of the house, or well, the side of the house, technically speaking.
Are we on the side of the house with a bit of like rickety wall that may or may not be useful?
No, that's around the front edge.
Guilt.
In fact, I can point it out with a little bit of this.
Wait a what?
It is over there.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay.
Ah.
So, librarian, you invoke your control of the observer. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, where are you sending your observer first?
I'd probably want to get a look at the second floor, because I don't think they would keep any serious fucking good shit in the downstairs lobby area, you know?
Okay. Okay.
Maybe have a look at the 2 bedrooms that I can see. So they'd probably climb up through one of the windows.
Okay,
Just a
so
little bit.
let me give you an observer very quickly. Give me unique characters, observer. There you go. You now have an observer.
Now I have a little guy.
You have a little guy.
Okay.
So you climb in through the second story window. Your observer climbs in through the second story. I will quickly mark from where you are. 125 feet is there. So that sort of area, that is about as far as you can go.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let's see. I guess there's these 2 bedrooms and the bit at the top right.
Okay, so
Worryingly, you can't actually. I don't think you can access the stairs to go down.
no, they can.
And there's a staircase on the right.
Oh yeah, just barely. Oh boy, okay. Got a whole way
Uh,
free rooms
let
and stairs to
me-
go down.
Very quickly.
Is that the
like
right
that.
distance? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
The radial one.
Yeah, 125.
Okay, I guess I will investigate this bedroom first, if I can get through the door.
I'm just imagining that it's like going to the edge of a Minecraft world border. Is what
Oh,
what
God.
the observer can see. He can see the red lines.
Yeah, if you wanna take away the bubble, I've put up a cone. It's a little easier to see through.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Can't really see through any. It's
Well, yeah. Okay,
You
so
zoom in, you can see it.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get it through this door.
Okay, so as a note, the observer is about the size of a closed palm when it's rolled up, and about like about 8 inches long ish.
Okay.
It can't open doors unless
I can say with certainty that did not stop Jeremy.
well,
Yeah,
yes,
I can't
but
open a door. I feel like a
a mouse
robot
is not
would
made
size
of metal
10.
to start with. So squeezing at the observer under a door that's about a centimeter, not gonna
Oh
happen.
no, I just meant like if
Um,
it could walk up the door and like climb onto the handle or something to open it.
Yeah, it can do that. Roll me a strength check with the observer's strength.
Okay, so that is a
That's a strength of 6, by the way. That's a -2 to strength.
that's a 9 minus 2, 7.
The handle doesn't budge, and you get the feeling that it's locked.
Okay, I tried the same thing with the other door.
Roll me another strength check.
Uh, 11.
Okay, so that's 9.
No, 11 afterwards.
Oh, 11 afterwards. Okay. In that case, this handle, you do actually feel budge. And you feel it sort of slide down slightly, and then click, and the door swings open slightly, about maybe 3-inch gap between the door and the frame.
Okay.
Okay,
Like,
so you head in. Okay, so what you see in here is this.
A bed.
You
In
see
the
a bed,
bedroom.
there's a wardrobe, there's what looks like a dresser, there's a chair by the windows, and there are 2 windows. It is a relatively plain room. The bed does look slept in and is unmade.
Can I have a look under the bed? Is there anything there? Can I
Yeah,
roll
you
perception for the
you're
room to see if I notice anything?
yeah, just roll me a perception check
I feel like that's easier
with
than
the
me going through,
observer's
like,
perception.
Oh, is this a thing?
Obviously.
So that's an 8 plus. What's the perception? Wisdom's perception, right?
Wisdom is perception, plus you have observer's
0.
gaze on the observer.
Oh, observer's gaze. That was the other thing.
So
Plus
remember, you're
4,
rolling
plus-
for the observer's perception, not yours.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the stats in the block.
Okay.
So it's a plus 4 wisdom, so that's immediately a 12, and then observer's gaze, his proficiency, so plus 2, so that's 14.
Okay. The observer skitters around the room a little bit, skitters under the bed. There's not much in here denoting who it would belong to. You notice the observer runs on under the bed, and the first thing that you notice is that there is a mouse there.
Can I roll to seduce the man? No.
No, you cannot roll to seduce the mouse.
Is it a sexy rat?
It's not a rat! Oh, gods. Okay, so, yeah, you see that there's a mouse under there. It's nibbling on some remnants of what might have once been a sandwich, but has been munched on quite thoroughly. You see what looks to be some sort of some sort of small wooden case with a lock on it, and you see what looks like an old sock. It's a bedroom.
Can I attempt to pop the case?
Are you attempting to what are you attempting here?
Open the case.
Okay. It is locked.
Okay. Can I lockpick the case with the robot?
You would be doing it at disadvantage because you do
That's
not
not a
have
no.
any thieves' tools.
I'm willing to attempt it.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check with disadvantage. Because you're not doing it with any thieves' tools, and you're doing it through a familiar, basically.
Okay, so there's a 19 and 18, so I get an 18, and then the dex bonus of 3, so that's a 21.
Okay. So, with this observer's tiny little claws, and the claws are about the same size as a small key, essentially. And you lift one of its front legs up and insert it into the lock, and you click, 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 and with the observer's oculars, you watch some of the tumblers fall into place with the little ring lights that are around the eyes. And you feel the case and open. The lid pops up and then sort of hits the underside of the bed. You look in, and it has a few letters in it. There's maybe about 10 different letters, all wrapped in what looks to be red thread or red ribbons. There's also what looks to be a locket and a small tarnished silver ring with a little green gem embedded in it.
Okay. Do any of these letters look opened, or are they all just bound up as if they've
They're
been read?
all they're all opened, but they've been bound in red ribbon. Like they're it looks like they have been read many times.
Okay. Could I attempt to open one without breaking the red ribbon with a dexterity check to read it?
You can make a dexterity check to see if you can pull a letter out without breaking the ribbon. It's not a high DC.
Okay, that's a 12, and then...
+3, so 15.
+3,
So yeah,
so 15.
yeah. You managed to slide with the observer's clause. You managed to slide one letter out, and sort of unfold it. And the contents of the letter, you feel like the other letters are probably to a degree similar in contents. To my dearest Alex. And the following letter contains poetry, a variety of not so subtle innuendos, and is signed with HL.
Oh, this guy fucks everyone!
So HL, is that what was the name of the Magister?
Verinlock.
Verenlock. So HL.
Oh, side piece.
So
And a home wrecker.
ooh. Okay. Did we get the name of the oh god, the royal person, the person who the regent? Do we know the name of the regent?
You know the name of the High Regent is Lampa Zegris, but
Okay,
unless
so it's not him.
unless the librarian has been relaying all of this to you guys,
Oh, yeah.
you wouldn't know that. So
I've been talking about what I'm seeing. They're not
Reading the
just
letter out loud
silence. Yeah.
expressively.
yeah, you have read the entire letter out loud. It's an interesting read. As you're reading this, librarian, you hear footsteps. You can't hear anything that your compatriots are saying. Everything that you're hearing is through the observer. Everything you're seeing is through the observer. And everything that you feel is through the observer, except that you can also feel a hand on your shoulder for some reason.
I immediately get the... I'm just going to call it the Scuttlebug, because that's what I feel like it is in my head. The Scuttlebug, to try and press the case back down and put the letter away. But if it feels like they're very near, I just want it to hide on the ceiling.
Okay, well, it's under the bed at the moment.
Okay, so maybe they won't get seen anyway. That's fine. I'll just leave it under
So
the bed.
you put the letter back, you close the box, and you just settle down. The footsteps on wood, sounds like boots on wood, continue on down the hall until they reach the door that you are standing, or that you are, of the room that you are in. And you hear, "Yes, Father, I know. You keep complaining about it. It's not going to do anything." And you hear the footsteps stop, and you hear a hand on a lock, and then you hear someone mutter, "I'm sure I closed this." And the door opens, and you see from under the bed, because you are under the bed, a pair of worn-looking but relatively fancy leather boots enter into the room, and turn around, and whoever it is sits down on the bed and sighs.
The door is closed, right?
The door is still open at the moment.
I don't know. Should I sneak out or should I bite him and paralyze him? What the gang think?
Maybe
You
Make
can't hear them.
Oh no, I mean out of game. I
Out
need
of
suggestions.
game.
Okay.
Legitimately.
I mean, you could always like roll something. If there's something rollable under the bed, you could roll it out from under the bed, make a clatter, and then bolt. Or maybe just stick around, see if they're gonna say anything.
Quite a few hours, I think. My warlock level is moderately high, and it's times that number of hours.
No, that's.
Is
Are
that
you
wrong?
talking?
Times number of hours half.
Are you talking about the paralysis or the length of time the construct exists? Okay, so yeah, the construct exists for the length of hours equivalent to your warlock level divided by 2.
Yes, that would be 2.5, which I think rounds down. Oh, Lydia, you.
So yeah, you're at
2 hours,
what level are you at? Warlock level?
5. So
5. So
2.5,
it would be
which
2.5
rounds down.
hours. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I get the half hour. Great.
Yeah, you get the half hour.
Okay, so 2.5 hours. That's enough time to do a little searching. I feel like I've only gone through a couple minutes with that, really.
You've been in this for about 15, 20 minutes at this point.
Okay.
So you've climbed in. You all exited. Then you climbed in through the window. You jiggled a few locks. You read a letter, etc., etc. It's been about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah. In that case, I think I will dash out.
Okay.
Stealth out of the room without them realizing I'm there.
Roll me a stealth check for the observer.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So that is a 4 plus... what was it?
3.
That's a 7.
The observer darts out right between the legs of the person who currently has their head in their hands, and who hearing the sound of basically metal on wood, looks up and sees you. And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to try and grab you. Because, yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Look cute! Look cute! Be a pet!
I need you to make a dexterity check, and this will be a counter dexterity check. Yeah.
That's an 8 plus 3, 11.
Okay, so this person rolled a 9 plus 3, so they grab you.
Can I attempt to bite them?
Well, hold on. Let me put the mini for this person in, so that you can actually see to a degree.
No mini, only biting.
Okay, so let me. Why are there never any good minis? I guess we'll go with technically Ed. But yeah, he grabs you and picks you up, and you are within biting range. So you may bite as he's looking at you, and the person you see is a relatively young man. Brownish hair, sort of dark clothes, with embroidered in red, a little bit of silver here and there. He looks maybe in his early 20s.
Okay. I bite.
Okay.
Let's see what the
Roll me an attack.
I think that's a flat d20, which then gets a +4 to hit.
Yes.
So that's 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Then they need to roll a Constitution saving throw against my spell DC, which is... If I can find the page. My spell DC is... 16.
They rolled a natural 20.
Oh no!
They
So
just let go of me.
roll the damage.
So I need to swap between each screen each time. It's a bit annoying. So I roll what for damage on that? Is that a...
1d4 plus 2.
Thank you. That is a 3.
Okay, so the observer, essentially what it does is a small hatch underneath its oculars slides open, and 2 small prongs stick out and sink into the hand that's holding it. And the man yelps and shakes his hand, which is going to count as an attack against the observer. As he tries to shake you off.
Don't be rude.
That is going to be a 6 to hit, which I don't think
6 to
hits.
Let me double check.
Yeah, the armor class of the observer is 8, so yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't hit, surprisingly enough. So he's just shaking his hand and yelling as, "What the hell is... Father, did you let another one of your creatures into my room?" As...
Can I speak through the observer?
You cannot, no.
Yeah, I thought not.
The observer has no functioning vocal system, so no, you cannot speak through it. But this young man is just trying to shake you off now, as your observer is latched onto his hand.
I release the observer and I scuttle out the doorway, giving the best approximation of the middle finger that the observer can manage with its limbs.
I mean, its limbs are kind of like this, its hands.
Yeah.
So you kind of just do this at him, as the observer lets go, lands on the floor, and scuttles out of the room. And the young man sort of looks and pulls his head out of the doorway as you run down. Where are you going?
The other room's locked, so I guess I'm going downstairs.
Okay, so yeah, the observer runs out, runs around
Wait, do
to
I have
the
access to
staircase.
this right-hand room?
I
I don't
which
think
room?
so, right? The one on the right from the staircase.
Let's take a look.
Like half of it.
Just about, yeah.
Can I try the door for that real quick?
Sure. Roll me a strength check. As this young man comes out of his room and is watching you.
That's a 3.
That's a 3? No. The handle
Roll the
does
door.
not budge as your little bug sort of jumps up and down on the handle a couple of times. It seems it's either locked or the handle has not been used in a while.
Okay, in that case, I scuttle down the stairs and onto the ceiling of the lower floor.
Okay, so you scuttle down the stairs
Go,
and
bug,
down
go.
into here. And you are now... Well, let's say, for the sake of this, the bug is on the ceiling, but visually I'm going to keep you on the floor because putting you on the ceiling is annoying.
TP is the best.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, you are just about in range within the main hallway of the manor house. You have to kind of stay on one side because if you go any further, your vision starts to turn blurry and staticky. But yeah, that's about as far as you can go.
I can't actually
visually.
see the lower floor for some reason.
Drag the green slider down.
Yeah, no.
Do you have cut box enabled?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
you
just
might...
describe things.
Okay, that's fine. You are in a long corridor with doorways on either side and a fireplace at one end, and a set of large doors at the other. Above the fireplace, there is a portrait of an older man standing next to the young man that you saw earlier, and no one else in the portrait, by the looks of it. There's a similarity to the older man that you can't quite place. I think you might have seen him before.
Can I investigate the fireplace?
Sure, roll me an investigation check. From the limited range that you can see.
Yeah. Oh, this is my stats, not the observer. No, this is the observer stats, yeah.
Yeah, this would still be the observer stats, but it's investigation, not perception, so.
9 plus... Oh, it's int for investigation, right? 2.
It looks like a fireplace. It's roaring. Seems like it's been stoked recently. There's bellows on one side, there's some tools on the other. There's a big bucket of ash on one corner. That's about it. Seems pretty normal.
Is there anything on top of it, like mantelpiece-wise?
Yes, there is what looks to be a large broadsword sitting on the mantel.
Can I try fucking with it?
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
Yeah.
Sure. Actually, no, you can't. The moment that you try and get on the mantelpiece, your vision starts to go staticky.
Okay.
It is just out of range.
I'm getting some treasure behind the waterfall vibes. Okay, for now, I guess I'll try and investigate the lower room that I have in range.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you to roll me a strength check on this one. You go through the door to the lower room that is in range, and it's, well, let me show you. Well, if you could actually see, I would show you.
Ooh, there's levers!
There is a dining hall. And there's 2 levers on the back wall, yes. Those ones are pretty obvious.
Yeah, like, I feel like the passive perception of this thing should have gotten them.
Yes. No. The levers are pretty obvious on the back wall. You look up and you see a pair of chandeliers hanging from the ceiling.
Ooh. No one's eating this food, right? It's just empty.
Currently, it seems to have been laid out to be eaten, but there is no one in this room at the moment.
Can I pull the lever on the left?
Both levers are pulled down at the moment, so you would need to push it up.
Oh yeah, like push it up. Can I push it up?
Roll me a strength check, because this observer is not a strong thing. At the end of the day, if it's going to be doing any physical activity, it has to roll a strength check.
I did 8. 8 total.
8 total? No. The lever seems like it's locking something down, and trying to push it up is not working, especially with a creature this small that's basically putting all of its leverage from underneath. No.
Okay. I mean, I don't think there's much else I can explore right now. I guess I'll...
From elsewhere in the house, you hear a familiar voice, not the voice of the young man that you'd heard earlier, go, "Henry, what have I told you about What do you mean, one of my projects? And you hear the young man shout back, there was this weird little mechanical thing in my room, under my bed. Did you put that there? The older man's like, no, why would I put... No. And you hear the younger man, again, go, have you been spying, rifling through my stuff again? And the older man goes, no, why would I don't have the time to do that. And you hear bickering go back and forth for a little while.
Could I sneak back into the main room on the ceiling and watch the magistrate? Magister, or whichever one it is.
As far as you can tell, the Magister was not on the ground floor.
Oh, were they on the top floor? Okay.
The voices that you're hearing are coming down from above.
I think I'll probably just leave my observer in the main room looking at the fireplace.
Okay.
For as long as the spell lets me, to see if anyone goes near it.
Okay.
Or the dining room.
So you gonna stealthily hide on the ceiling, basically?
Yep.
Okay. I will put you there. So you roll me a stealth check, just
Okay.
just to hide yourself.
That's a 12 plus... It's dex for stealth, right? So 3.
Yes.
So 15.
15? Okay. You tuck yourself into a small sort of crevice between a pillar and some stonework, and you feel pretty confident that you're hidden.
Nice. Okay. Does anything happen while I let the spell run?
You're gonna have to find out. That's 2 hours of letting the spell run. If you guys want to do something else in the meantime, otherwise you're just gonna look weird hanging out outside the large fence
I think
that
I'll
surrounds the estate.
No. I'll tell them, like, oh, I'm letting this run to observe the main hall for a bit, but I don't really have any other information on this side of the house. And then I'll come out of Witch Sense for that and just kind of talk through with them, so they're all back in conversation.
Okay.
Can we look like a group of like? Can we look like a group of juvenile youths, like gangsters or something, like rolling dice and whatnot?
If I could get a bit over the fence and sneak back in, maybe we could see more. But I mean I could just have to sneak in at this point. I could have the observer alert you, but it doesn't look like there's any objects or anything of value aside from that ring in the case and the letters, and presumably there's some on the higher floors. I'm unsure.
Mm.
Is this enough information to go in on?
Well, now we know the layout of the house, like, absolutely. So that's useful. If you want to stay here and get more information, we can try and figure out something. Why would people stand in an alleyway? What do people do?
We could be homeless.
Good. Actually, yes, that's incredible. No, wait, we're in the High District. There's no homeless people here.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they do evict them quite quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't.
Quite
You can't
brutally.
really evict a homeless person, but you can certainly make a homeless person not be there anymore.
I would presume the whole homelessness happens when they're not having the house anymore, and they're just kicked out at that moment, though.
Let's see who spends a lot of time milling about in a high economic area that doesn't actually contribute anything and is there but is also not worth investigating. Can we disguise ourselves as police?
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, you can definitely try and disguise yourselves as guardsmen. You've seen a few of them around.
Yeah. Who has disguised self or disguised kits?
Not me.
Don't think I do.
Nope.
Skies.
What if I just put this little curly tail on that I made out of felt?
No, I have no disguise. Not even the rogue?
No, I don't. Why have you ever seen me apply a disguise?
Well,
You ever needed to?
you can go orange.
What do you mean I can go orange?
You get real tense, and then you go all scaly.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Have you been lizarding out without my knowledge?
I
Yeah.
would prefer not to be described as doing such. That seems very weird. No, I don't know what you mean.
Do you actually not know you're doing it while you're doing it?
I
Oh
don't
wait,
know
I
how
just
I
thought
can
of
answer that.
something.
Yeah?
It's nighttime, right? They wouldn't be able to see us in the sky as easily. What if you just flew me up there on the dragon and then I got a bit more information because I'm closer to the house?
What's the moon situation right now?
Yeah, what is the moon
What's the lunar
situation?
phase?
It's about a crescent moon-ish. Relatively bright.
I mean, I could land on the top of the house, maybe.
Oh yeah, they won't notice a dragon landing on the top of the house.
We'll be fine.
I mean, if it's just a get in, get out situation, we leave. Only the dragon and the librarian are here, and Ingvar, probably, to control the dragon. And as soon as they're done, skedaddle. Is that a sound decision?
That sounds good.
As sound as we've got right now, I'm afraid to say.
Let's heist it. Let's wait until this spell ends. See if we can get any more information. Once that's been got, we fly in on a dragon. Towards the end of the spell, you fly in on the dragon, you control your little guy, see what we can see. If you can get the object itself, that would be good, but if not, we're still gonna get a lot more information anyway, and we can come back later.
Okay.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, it sounds reasonable. To me, at least.
Fantastic, let's do it. I was like, no objections in the first 30 seconds, let's go!
Okay. So, you guys are waiting for those 2 hours?
I guess, yeah.
I guess.
Short rest, anybody?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you all get a short rest. Librarian, as you're just kind of letting the observer tick over in your head, nothing really happens. You still hear some bickering from upstairs. You watch, at one point, about an hour in, as a person you recognize walks down the stairs and into the main hallway. This is the person you now realize that you do, in fact, recognize as Magister Varen Lork, because you have met him before. He was very shouty, and he was elderly, and he was traveling with a party up in the Cragstead Mountains.
Oh, it's that sketchy fucker.
He was traveling with a few other people. He has a long beard, he has burgundy robes, he has a large staff in one hand, and he was essentially leading a party, a diplomatic party, back from back through the Cragstead Mountains, with a few other people such as Garrick Silvertongue, and Eckler of Mauve, and a few other members. And you do recognize this person now that you think about it. He looks a little more haggard than the last time you saw him, and you remember that the last time you saw him, he was not traveling on the same airship as you because he'd fallen ill before he was able to travel. But he was going to travel on the same airship as you were.
So what you're saying is this man has a weak constitution. Interesting.
But yeah, you watch at one point as he comes down the stairs, heavy staff clunking on the floor and then thumping on the carpet as he enters the dining room. His son follows shortly after, Henry, and about 45 minutes later, your observer disappears.
Alright.
Cool.
So while the... Yeah. I just relayed that small tidbit of information, I suppose.
Okay.
And Darren, you would know who this is, as well as you, Ingvar. You do not, Prodigious Maximus.
Nah, no idea.
Horace would also know, but Horace was ill and stayed behind at the inn, basically, is what I'm...
Oh yeah, drunk way too much.
Drunk way too much and decided to sleep it off.
I think airdrop in. Some of us go around, sneak around the back.
All of you, actually, before we go any further with that, all of you do notice as night is falling, on the rooftop of the manor house, you see a few different torches flicker up and start moving across the flat portions of the roof.
Right. I feel like we need to get like sleep bombs that we can lob at people. You know what I mean? Like the potion of good night. Not right now, but when we go back to some sort of alchemist, I feel like we need a potion of
NyQuil Hat Man.
NyQuil. Potion of NyQuil. Ah yes, the profaned alchemist NyQuil.
Yes.
We need.
You also
we need
see
those.
a couple of guards holding torches aloft, patrolling through the estate grounds.
Oh.
At this point, I would like you all to roll me a stealth check.
No. Okay.
Group stealth check.
Right.
16.
Okay.
Fuck's sake. Give me that. Oh, never mind.
I don't know why it just did 2.
21 for me.
Because you're wearing heavy armor, so you have disadvantage.
16 still.
Okay, so...
Um,
Lydia, I'm going to take the first one, which is a natural 20.
That's it. 'Cause I couldn't see the dice rolling because it's that dark.
As the guards pass by the flickering torchlight, you all duck below the wall section of this fence. They don't seem to notice you. They keep on walking past.
Nighttime raid? Just fucking go for it? I don't know.
I mean, if we know the guy, maybe we could talk to him.
If you,
You
yeah, actually,
have a
that's good point.
passing acquaintance with him, and he wasn't particularly helpful the last time you spoke to him.
Fair point, fair point.
Well, you know this
No
guy.
sleep.
I have a reason to talk to this guy. We could just book an appointment, to be fair. And if the appointment booking doesn't work, we could just break in.
It might... How like, would you say is your meeting with this guy going to be?
Say that
Do you think
again?
you can get his... How dramatic an event do you think you talking to this guy is going to be?
I feel like he...
Oh,
It
heck,
could-
they've got a chopper.
It could be very dramatic.
Maybe we use you as a distraction then?
Now?
Like, you go up the front door, you, like, make a big show of announcing your presence and whatnot, you get into this conversation with him, and then you could then that could serve as a distraction for us to get in and find the things.
Yeah?
Especially if you can get the whole, like, occupancy in one room.
Yep. Alright. Now? Do you want me to...
I guess.
Okay. What? Okay. I'm gonna take off my heavy armor, and I'm gonna sneak in through that, like, cracked area of the fence.
Are you wearing anything under your heavy armor?
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a very good point! Am I? Hang on. Let me just...
Please let there be something in your inventory that ends with the word outfit.
Fantasy binder.
Oh god.
No, he's already had his tits chopped off.
Ah, okay.
Combat will do that to you.
God, detitted by battle. What a way. And I thought Claire's top surgery was bad.
I think
That's
he
the
might be
Klingon way.
wearing some trousers. I'm looking at my my little image Hero Forge character. He is wearing some trousers.
Okay.
I think they're trousers at least.
So he's wearing trousers.
Can I borrow someone's shirt?
Mine's not gonna fit you, that's for sure.
I have this robe.
That'll do.
I was gonna say, I like my
Wait,
shirt in one piece.
which robe is that? Hold on.
It's the librarian's robe. It's on my
Okay,
mini.
Librarian's robe. That's fine. I couldn't remember if I'd accidentally...
Oh wait, no, I have a much more funny thing to give you. One second.
Oh no.
gimme.
Oh, it's not the part.
I have a neon pink cape.
Beautiful.
Oh god, I forgot
What
about
about
that! Oh
Where did
shit!
you get a neon pink cape?
It's specifically with a tree sigil on the back. I can't remember what it's from though.
It's from Isaac.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it's from Isaac, but I can't remember what the symbol's from.
It's the symbol of Damani. In emerald green thread on a neon pink cape specifically. However,
That's not going to help with stealth.
it is a magical item. As a point. But I believe it requires attunement. And I need to check as to what it actually does.
I don't think we ever found out.
You know?
Well,
Never inspected it.
It was inspected, but only Isaac actually knows what it does. I just need to grab the thing.
I love bringing up terrifyingly obscure items from your notes.
Yeah, it's a thing. Where did I put this? Where did I put this? I... Hold on.
While you're searching, why don't we call a quick bio break?
Sounds
Yes.
to me.
Let's call a quick bio break. Oi. Where did I put this item? I have so many notes. Maybe it's under non-combat?
Oh dear.
Ah, here it is. Finally. Okay, so this actually was identified, and you do all know what it does. But I will rehash what it actually does in the thing. It does not require attunement, so there you go.
That's good.
But yeah, you all know what this does. It does not require attunement. It is an interesting one.
Do you want it? I feel like out of all of us, you're the one that's least likely to incur the wrath of God.
Hello, I have returned. Apologies.
Welcome back. Okay, I found the cloak. I found the thing it does. It does not require attunement, and also it's actually kind of funny. I've pasted it in
Yeah.
in the main channel.
Fantastic. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna shed my armor and go around front to sneak. Is everyone okay with this? Does anyone have any better of a plan?
Gonna put that
I
cloak
could
on or
just-
something?
I could distract them with some loud noise magic or something. Also, there's a cloak here.
Yes.
Makes you have really good charisma. God may hate you. God may hate you afterwards, though.
That's honestly... My god loves me, so it's fine. How the hell do I unequip my armor? Ah, there we go.
Get off.
Sorry, there we go. Okay.
Take it off. Take it off.
You know, a little striptease. Taking off the armor that covers nothing already.
Oh, Jesus. Ingvar's not drunk enough for this.
Ooh,
Ah, we were at the
your
tavern earlier.
clavicles.
Oh yeah, I start showing off like scars I got from like table tennis.
So yeah, it's an interesting one because it gives you a +3 to your charisma score and disadvantage on charisma saving throws.
Ah,
So-
interesting.
Enjoy that, I
What do you
guess.
think?
Okay, fantastic. So I'm gonna sneak round the back, all the way around the house.
In
So
that-
it's just to avoid the guards right at the front.
Okay.
Which is gonna take about like 10 minutes. Looking at how.
So you're
so that-
sneaking around the back. Ooh.
Oh,
Goodbye.
I just dropped. Bye. Gone forever. How do I call them back?
I've got you, don't worry.
Thank you.
There you go.
No, not right in front of the doors.
Yeah, no, hold on, let me put you in the right place.
Thank you. Can I shimmy through that hole?
You can give it a go. You're not wearing any plate armor, so you're more likely to be able to get through it. It's you probably could if you want to. You could probably do it straight away if you wanted to. If you wanted to do it to actually get through without causing any noise, you'd have to roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Dearest librarian, before I bolted, I'll be like, you put on a little light show in about 10 minutes. And that'll be my cue to shimmy through the hole. Just be like a kid playing with fireworks.
I don't know if I have any. Let me check something really quick.
Does anyone have any fun illusion magic?
I could
Or
do
magic
a-
missile? That would work.
I could shoot some Eldritch Blast off.
Just into the air and be like, ah, fireworks, pretty.
I need you to sign this waiver for any dead birds.
Okay. Signed it. I signed it with the sweat from under my.
That is not traditional ink, but okay.
He's abs and plans and doing things. He does not like the waiting around. He got really bored in those like 2.5 hours that we were just standing
Yeah.
there. He was like pacing around, being like, "I'm sorry, I just want to go in. I just want to go." Yeah. So, light show then sneak is essentially the plan. Do you have to roll for the light show?
I mean, not really, but you have to be able to make a light show, so.
I mean, Eldritch Blast is like bright blue energy, so I feel like that counts.
For you, yes, it is. It is bright blue energy. So yeah, if you wanna do that, that's definitely something that you can do. So
Sure.
you get to the section just as Librarian takes his cue, I suppose.
Fantastic.
Yep. I cast them, and Eldritch Blast I can actually direct, so I guess I try and make them like dance around for as long as possible before they explode into each other.
Okay. So yeah, you'll get advantage on your stealth check for that.
Fantastic.
As you all watch as the Librarian fires off an Eldritch Blast.
I
Essentially.
just got on my 20 stealth.
There we go.
220
and-
for well.
I know. Look at those rolls.
I got a 25 on my Eldritch Blast. Are they real good fireworks?
There's some pretty fireworks. You fire off a pair of Eldritch Blasts into the air, and you watch as they circle each other for a moment, do a couple of loop-de-loops, and then collide with each other, and you see all of this blue energy just sort of explode and dissipate. The guards are all turning and running to this side of the fence.
Yeah, bolt now. Bolt.
Okay, so you head in, and you head towards the front of the house or the back?
I'm gonna go round the back. Boop boop. Boop 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 boop.
Okay, so you head to the back of the house. Hold on. Let me just do this for you real quick. And there's a hole there. Be careful.
Oh. I can't see anything. My screen's mostly black.
Yeah, it's meant to be that way. It's a dark night. So you head to the back door as you hear shouting as multiple guards are converging on your position, Librarian. What are the rest of you doing?
I've just gotten back with like a sausage. What have I missed?
The Librarian has caused a distraction by throwing Eldritch Blasts into the air and making fireworks. All of the guards are heading to where you guys are at the moment.
I thought the plan was that we sent Prod in.
Yes, Prod has gone in. That was the distraction to get Prod in.
Oh no.
What are the rest of you doing in the meantime? As
I
quite a
have
few
the
guards
compass,
are
by the way.
converging on your position.
Well,
I think Invo's probably looking a little bit confused because he fell asleep during them 2.5 hours at some point.
do we wait for them to see Prod and then leave, or do we go through? Do we circle around and try to find somewhere else in?
You
how
guys
likely
were
is it
making
that
the
any of us will
distraction.
find it?
Prod was going in.
What's going
That's
in?
not how I remember the plan.
That's
so
what was
basically,
decided on.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and nick it, and if I can't nick it stealthily, I can like try and talk my way out of the situation. Because
Let's
I have
retcon
genuine
a
reason to
little
be
bit. Darren, are you staying with the distraction team or are you going with Prod?
Come
I
with me.
guess I go with Prod.
there. Come with me. I'll put you in a papoose.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not the
So,
baboons.
Prod rolled 2 natural 20s on getting in, so regardless of what you would have rolled, you would have still got
They were 19, so both 19s.
Okay,
and
still.
modified
dirty
20s.
20s, but
30 20s.
yeah, you would have still got in regardless of what you rolled. So we're gonna go with that.
Yeah, I
the
could've
rest of
sworn
you.
the plan was Prod causes a distraction and the rest of us go in, but apparently not.
Apparently not.
That's what happens when you go and get sausages, apparently.
Apparently.
Right. What are the rest of you doing while those two are sneaking in?
Oh, I didn't think this far.
Bolt.
As
Do
3
I just
pairs
hop-
of guards are converging on your position.
Oh shit.
I mean, we could
Should I
run
just hop on Casimir and get him to grab the librarian by the shoulders and just book it?
Okay. Which direction are you booking it? I'll say, since Kazma's a medium creature at this point, he can carry both of you pretty
Alright.
easily. Like, one of you on his back, one of you in his claws. Yeah, that works. So, which direction are you heading?
You could go on top of the building, I mean.
There's lights up there.
There's
Yeah.
guards
If
up
it's dark
there.
enough, we could probably try and fly into the grounds, maybe?
Maybe fly around the back
Oh, what if we flew away and then they thought we left?
and then come back.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely come back.
Oh, what if you sent Kazuma away and they think that we're riding on Kazuma?
You could you illusion, I don't know, like a puppet on top of Kazma?
I feel like that might be a little bit big.
20 seconds, everybody. They're getting closer. Haven't got long.
Fuck.
Just flee for now and we'll fly away, come back.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are flying away. I'll
Yeah.
move you guys over here. With a beat of his wings, Kazuma lifts you into the air, Ingvar, and swoops around, grabs you by the shoulders, Librarian, and speeds off to the south as the guards converge on an empty sidewalk. In the meantime, Darren and Prod, you are at the back doors to the estate.
Do the doors open? Are they open?
They are not open, but you don't know if they're locked.
Lucian's gone. Oh, they're moving again.
What? I'm here.
Oh, Lucian's fine.
Oh,
Well.
that was weird.
That was weird for me too. Anyway, are the doors open?
No, they are not open.
Sorry, like, what I mean is, like, are they locked?
You don't know. You can.
I try.
You try. The doors are not locked.
Fantastic.
And they open into a kitchen area where, well, actually, are you opening them? Very quickly. Okay. You open the doors into a kitchen area where 3 servants are standing.
Oh,
Okay.
Hello, I'm the new gardener.
This time of night.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion. No, roll me a deception check with disadvantage, please. If that is actually what you're going for.
I mean, they don't know. Right, disadvantaged. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so that would be a 3.
Why
Oh,
are you
God.
the one rolling persuasion?
He went first. Prod went
Look.
first.
Given the opportunity, Prod will talk. And people should just learn to interrupt him, okay? Or tell him not to talk. He's a theatre kid. What are you going to do?
Okay, so you enter into the kitchen and proclaim loudly to 3 people in there that you are the new gardener. And the first thing that someone does is stand there for a moment, and then one of them goes, "Call the guards."
You might want to try and knock them out.
Ah! You don't seem to understand. I am the new gardener, and I sort of rush in, I pull out my sword, and I point it at whoever said, "Call the guards."
Okay. Roll me an intimidation check, I suppose.
I am a lot better at intimidation.
Bearing in mind that you currently have... Are you wearing the cloak? I never got clarification on that.
I put it over my shoulders. It's not like you mostly see my abs still.
Okay, so you are wearing the cloak. That is fine. It means you have a -2 to AC, a +3 on charisma, and disadvantage on charisma saving throws. It does not require attunement, so you get those regardless.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do I have
any sort of advantage in the fact that I am a very big, scary orc, or
No, you walk in and you just drew a sword on 3 poor servants.
You know what? I needed to get the job done.
Roll me intimidation. And I don't remember.
Flat roll. You can do it. 9.
So I do not recall if intimidation works off of charisma. I think it might.
Is it charisma?
Yes. Intimidation is charisma, so you get a +3 to that.
So that's a 12.
Okay. The first guy sort of freezes up when you level a sword at him, and the other two start to back away. The older lady and the younger lady start to back away as one of them starts heading towards a hallway that she is ostensibly about to dart down.
Okay.
Darren, are you doing anything?
Grab her.
Has anyone left the room right now?
No. But the nearest person to you has a sword leveled at their throat, and the furthest person away from you is about 30 feet from you and looks like they're about to bolt.
Okay, everyone, I see that you're having a very tough night, but don't worry, this will all be perfectly well as soon as you go home and sleep.
Okay. You're casting sleep.
I'm casting sleep.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, no. Okay. How does sleep work? We haven't done this in a while.
Oh yeah. I
It's
roll
off HP,
five. I
isn't it?
roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures it can affect. I'm only aiming for people other than us, basically.
Okay.
Every creature affected by this falls unconscious until the spell ends, which is about a duration of a minute. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. So I just go from the lowest to highest.
Roll
until I
5d8.
run out of hit points. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Please may they just be like 5 HP hirelings or something. 24.
I mean, okay, so who are you aiming for first, essentially?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It goes from lowest to highest of HP in the area.
Oh, well, they're all the same HP. So, who are you aiming for first?
I guess I go for the one that's about to bolt then.
They fall asleep immediately. They
Okay.
as they're backing away, you watch as they kind of just stumble backwards and slump to the floor.
Okay, next, I guess the one that doesn't currently have a sword to their throat.
She falls asleep as well. You watch as the tomato she was holding rolls out of her hand.
And then I guess the last one.
You watch as he starts getting drowsy, but then he wakes up again and still looking at Prod like they're getting a sword held to their throat. So, yeah. You got 2 out of 3, so you have a minute.
Good start. Okay, now, since we have a moment to chat,
What did you do to them?
You might notice 2 of your comrades are in need of assistance. They're going to have very, very unpleasant awakenings when they wake up. So, rather than you getting involved with all of this, and I gesture to Prod, how about you find a way to get these 2 somewhere much more comfortable out of this room and ideally out of this building.
Just tie him up.
And then we just forget all of us were here.
Okay, are you trying to persuade
I'm
or are
trying
you
to
trying to
persuade.
intimidate?
I'm trying to persuade.
Okay.
I'm also being very intimidating, if that helps the
I
persuasion.
feel like I get advantage for having just knocked out 2 out of 3 of the people here. So.
You're getting advantage because Prod is helping you. So roll me persuasion.
That is dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, he looks around, quickly drops the basket of eggs that he was carrying, and you
no.
hear quite a few of them crack. runs to the older woman and starts dragging her along out the door.
Very good.
Okay.
Right, we have about a minute before they wake up again, so I suggest that we move quickly.
I tie up the one that... Honestly, I think tying them up was probably the better idea here.
Yeah, they can still scream if they're awake.
I'll just shove a sock in their mouth, they'll be fine.
Sock.
Charming.
Well, look, there were some initiations at my school, and, you know...
We don't have time for
I was
this.
gonna say, I'm gonna time for chat.
We don't
You're
have
not
time
there,
for
Ingvar.
backstory.
I know, but yeah. I think
okay,
kind of
so...
whispered to the librarian.
Alright,
I've got a bad feeling that something's going on in there that we have no idea.
we have about a minute, so shove
40 seconds.
them in a cupboard. I shove the one that's not being dragged currently in a cupboard, and lock the cupboard.
It's a kitchen. There's a bunch of cabinets that would not fit a person.
Ah,
Telling me there isn't a pantry.
If we
Shove her in the oven.
If we shove them outside, then at least we can close the door and maybe barricade it. That'll at
Okay.
least buy us enough time for them to get to the upper end of the building, which admittedly might take them a moment.
okay, you do that. I'm gonna head outside. I'm gonna try and follow the compass as quickly as I can.
You're heading outside?
Sorry, no, I'm gonna into the main building. Sorry, when I say that.
Okay.
Okay, if there's a particularly large
outside the
table or
kitchen.
something that I can shove against this inwards opening door, that'd be great.
Okay, so as you head out of the kitchen, you notice that the compass is pointing into the kitchen.
Okay,
Wanted a snack?
Oh, for God's sake.
I run about the entire kitchen trying to like fucking pinpoint where this is.
As you get to around about the middle of the kitchen, the compass just starts spinning.
Do you think it's up or down?
I think it's probably above.
Okay, let's go up.
That said, I have just moved the cull on the map, and there is a whole thing below us.
Yeah. Shh.
But that would be metagaming.
That would be
would be.
metagaming.
Right, is the back door sufficiently barricaded for the time being?
Yes. I'll say you pulled a couple of the heavier cabinets, the heavier, like, kitchen cabinets in front of the door. It's probably not going to be opened anytime soon. You do notice that there is another door about 30 feet to the right that is not barricaded.
I prod strong. He'll find another cabinet and just shove that in front
so
of it.
you both barricade both doors, just as you start hearing someone outside shout.
Right, let's... Okay, it's
Upstairs now.
upstairs.
Where's the door? Sorry, Alfie can't see.
Follow, or actually, hold on.
Follow the glowing, the glowing line.
I'll do that for you. There you go.
Where?
Huh?
Huh?
Turned on the torch for Elfie.
Yeah. So now you should be able to see the passageways.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Running. Is that a dead end?
That's a door.
That's a door. Can we open the door, please? Thank you.
Okay, so you open the door and you enter the dining hall that you saw earlier. It is currently empty.
Oh, thank God.
Great. It's moving along.
Oh, what do these do? Do you want to just pull both levers just to see what happens?
There's levers.
There's two
Yeah.
levers on the back of the wall.
Want to try it?
I don't see the
Looks
levers
important.
currently.
Can we pull them at the same time?
Oh, now I see them. Okay, well, I guess we do.
Okay. You both pull the levers. In unison as well, you watch as the chandeliers that were being held up come crashing into the table.
Oh, hell.
You watch as plates and food and bits of cutlery get smashed as two massive iron chandeliers drop onto the table. You watch as the tables crack, and
Why do they
both
even
of
have
them
that lever?
just
Have that lever! What the fuck was the point
crunch
of that?
into the middle as everything goes flying. You find yourself splattered in blueberry pie as the pie itself gets catapulted onto your face.
Would we have heard the racket from outside?
You're far away now. You would not have heard it.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, then that's-
As soon as I realise that's not important, I leave and start bolting up the stairs. Where's the stairs? I assume.
Left and right.
Left and right, yeah. I'll bear in mind it is nighttime. I will make it lighter.
Yeah, thank you. I just can't see.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
better.
There we
Oh,
go.
it's a glow of the moon.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys start heading up the stairs. Just as you see Magister Varen Lork coming round the other side of the landing, as he is rushing downstairs. I would like you both to roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay, we can do this. We can do this.
Can we do this?
We can.
Okay. Got +2 on this.
What's your stealth?
+2. That is a total of 9.
Mine's 6.
Must be a big enough distraction.
You watch as he starts stepping down the stairs, his staff, thunk, thunk, and then he stops. And he looks up over the banister at both of you and goes, "Who the hell are you?"
Okay, now we take hostage.
Yeah. I'm gonna run at him. Athletics my way over the banister and just kick him in the head.
Okay, so that's 60 feet of movement to start with. And because he spotted you, he's going first. I would like you both to roll initiative.
Okay,
Jesus.
fair enough. Can I say that I gave Darren the sorry, I'm trying to vote. What's my initiative? Where's my initiative?
I got a
Oh,
15 for initiative.
I got another
Okay.
6. Great.
Okay, so you got a 6, Darren. Yeah, okay, and he's getting the first. So first things first. He is going to attempt to use.
I cannot see the Magister currently. I don't know where he's gone.
He's over on the other side of the hall, the landing. So, yeah.
Okay.
So he is going to attempt to start off by using. Oh God.
Well, you know it's bad when Lucian has to spend some time looking for which spell to use.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot. I would like. Let's see. I would like you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, Prod. Because you're bigger, so he thinks you're more
Aye,
of a
Captain.
threat.
That's probably right.
Wisdom saving throw. Oh, that's a 5. Oh,
It's a
with
5.
that was actually a
you-
critical fail, by the way.
Ouch.
That one.
You are paralyzed.
Sexy.
As Magister Varen Lork pulls his staff up, drags it down in an arc, and you feel hold person take hold of your form.
Okay. Can I scream? This isn't what it looks like! I need to talk to you about the royal family! It's of vital importance!
You can do that on your turn.
Okay,
But
apologies.
next,
Never
it's
mind.
Darren's turn.
Yep. Right. Okay.
You
gonna hold out a
and you
hand
watch, Darren, as next to you, Prod just kind of freezes up in mid-sprint, essentially.
I would too at this point. Yeah. Okay. I hold a hand out to him as like, wait. Hold on. This is an extremely complicated situation. I will need a moment to explain it to you. I promise I will not move from this spot while I do.
The Magister sort of narrows
We are
his
not here
eyes
to
at
hurt
you and then goes, "I know you.
Yes.
Seen you before. Have you been
Yes, we were on
following
the
me?
ferry.
Are you a thief?" Thieves!
Debatable, but
And
no, not why we're here.
he's,
Why we're here, but for good reason. I
gonna
promise. We are
he's
here
not,
to help
He's not
bring down the
listening at the moment.
we're here
but
to
you
bring
can
down
try
the
and
current
roll a
effect.
persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion's what I do well, hopefully. Oh, for Pete's sake, that's an 11.
That falls on deaf ears.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say he has probably more than 40 hit points as well.
Prod, you're up. You are currently paralyzed. When you are paralyzed, you are incapacitated and cannot move or speak.
Old
Make
speak.
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great. I'm so wise. 15?
15 is not enough.
Ooh.
As the, it's barely not enough, but it's not enough.
Great. Is there actually anything I can do?
When you are incapacitated, a paralyzed creature that is incapacitated and can't move or speak, the creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. So, no, you are paralyzed. You cannot do anything.
I mean,
That's the point of hold person. It holds the person.
we need to get that spell. I don't know. I look pretty. Can't do anything. Alright, I end my turn.
The Magister steps back up the stairs and moves towards you all. He only has 25 feet of movement, so he can't get very far. But as he does, he's yelling, "Thieves! Guards! Guards, where are you?" And he is going to cast at you, Darren, because he is using Hold Person on Prod. Let's see. He's going to cast Produce Flame at you.
Oh, goody! Wait, isn't this floor mostly wooden?
So he is going to roll to attack.
Oh, thank God.
And that is a 8. So yeah, that does not
That
hit.
is a miss.
You watch as he summons a ball of fire in one hand and lets it loose, and it hits the banister next to you. He does not seem to be listening. You've intruded in his house in the middle of the night, caused a massive ruckus. He's not happy.
Alright.
Why the fuck were those? Why did it control the chandeliers of all things?
Yeah.
I don't know, it felt like a secret entrance tunnel. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, two perfectly visible levers definitely open a secret entrance, yes.
Some people have drama.
Why would they drop the chandeliers, though?
Because they're the chandeliers hoists. They hold the chandeliers in place. Anyway, at this point, Librarian and Ingvar, you all watch. You both watch as from your perch outside, as the guards are investigating. You watch as the two on the front balcony turn towards the the actual main doors, and the rest of the guards start heading back to the house through the various other entrances.
Oh, shit.
And you get the feeling that something's gone wrong.
No doubt.
Yeah. It looks like something's gone terribly wrong in there. Do you think? I think the whole stealth mission might be out the window. We probably need to go. Probably need help.
Yeah, that sounds like it could probably be the thing we need to do.
Should we aim? Should we? English is hard. Aim for the balcony with Kazuma?
Can Kazuma breathe? Have like a breath weapon yet? Do we know?
He's got lightning.
Maybe we should break through the house with lightning. Like dash
if you want.
in.
I was just thinking of aiming for the balcony and seeing where we went from there.
I mean, if you're gonna make an entrance, right?
I mean, sure.
Also, we don't know if they need a distraction, so we should probably provide one just in case.
Okay, so the Magister's turn is ended. Darren, you're up next.
Okay, what do we think is like? What do we think is more likely, that this guy will fail a wisdom save, or that he has less than, let's say, 25 health? Asking literally anybody here out of character.
If they're a control person, or hold person rather, they probably got above 25 HP. Unless they rolled really badly on their average stats for HP stuff.
I don't know that I put my luck there. Okay, so we probably want to be aiming for a wisdom check then, because those are my options.
Yep. Just also you can attack them and they have to save on it if it's concentration, which I believe hold person is.
I mean, he's an awful way away from me for me to do that. Also, it will not lend much credence in the "we're not here to kill you" kind of section.
You can just slap him.
Yeah, that'll look great when the guards come charging up the stairs. Okay, oh, gods. Okay, right. This is a very tense situation. Darren is trying to think of some way to make this guy actually listen to them for a hot second instead of getting them skewered by whatever guards come up the stairs in a hot minute. Darren's eyes kind of, like, glaze over in a weird kind of, like, magenta hue for a hot second. And, the Magister has to make a wisdom saving throw against Crown of Madness.
Okay, what's your DC on that?
12.
12. Oh,
I did say.
That's... we'll see.
I don't have many options.
Meets it, beats it. Sorry. That's a 9 plus 3. That's literally a 12. It was close, but...
Oh, damn it. Okay. That's only an action. I could theoretically cast it again. But I'm running out of spells here. Okay. Right. Magister, we are here to bring down the Carnifex.
Roll me another persuasion check with disadvantage.
Love of God dice, I swear. 21.
With disadvantage.
You didn't mention that.
I
part.
said with
You did.
disadvantage.
18.
18. Okay. The Magister slows his advancement a little and narrows his eyes at you and goes, "Why should I trust you? You broke into my house in the middle of the night!"
Because right now you could very easily kill us. And there would be nothing we could do to stop you.
The Magister sets his staff, plants it firmly, and it's your turn, Prod. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Yay! Adds a 14. Still not good enough.
No,
Carry on. I just look sexy.
Magister looks at you, Darren. Goes, what do you know about the convicts?
What was the big guy's name that we're trying to poison? Blackwood or something like that?
Gabriel Blackwood.
Right. We know that Gabriel Blackwood is a member, that he is in this town, and we are trying to get sufficiently in his good graces that we can get close enough to kill him. He wants something in this building. That's why we're here. We are not here for you. But we figured we probably couldn't walk up to you and ask it.
Why should I trust you? I have no reason to trust you. You sneak into my house in the middle of the night. You scare my servants. You break my dining room table by the sounds of it.
That was... that is definitely on us. I will grant you that. We will pay for a replacement as soon as we can. But we needed to make it look to Blackwood as though we were completely on his side, which means we had to sneak in. We had to make it look like we were actually trying to rob you. But we just need this one item so we can kill him.
Roll me one more persuasion check, without advantage this time, because you're having a measured conversation. Still doesn't trust you, but you've put forward some good points.
24.
24.
Persuasion's what I do.
The Magister looks at you, narrows his eyes, and then goes, the guards will detain you and we'll talk in the morning. And you watch as you, Prod, suddenly feel yourself lifted and slide down the stairs as the Magister is telekinetically moving you. You also, as this happens, Prod, you also see 3 guards and what looks to be a magician, wizard of some sort, standing in the main hall, weapons drawn, as you slide down the stairs and come to a stop, hovering in the middle of the hallway. And the Magister, with his staff, gestures to you, Darren, to go down the stairs.
Okay. I'll take that. It's not my turn, I can't move. But...
Oh, right, sorry. There you go. And I'm gonna turn off turn-based mode now, because feels like combat's over for the most part.
I hope so.
Magister comes down the opposite set of stairs. As you see multiple guards, one in very heavy plate armor holding a very, very heavy looking shield, and then the spellcaster at the back in a flowing robe. You watch as the Magister walks down, pulls his staff out, and hooks it round the what looks to be a long iron rod that looks like it would be used for stoking a fire. He hooks it round that and he pulls. And you all watch, or at least 2 of you watch anyway, as the rest of you have no idea what's happening.
I'm like halfway to the house.
As the wall where the sort of the fireplace is slides up to reveal what looked to be a wide open staircase. as the entire fireplace shifts and scrapes up these two pillars, revealing this wide open staircase and what looks to be some sort of dungeon. You look down and you see, impaled on the wall, the skeleton of some prisoner, maybe, that is just hanging there.
Oh, that's
And he gestures for you both to go down, and he says, "Get comfortable. We'll see you in the morning." And with that, the wall closes behind you both. Interesting.
Thanks for one.
well.
And that's where we're going to call it for this evening.
Oh,
Sexy!
We've been going for 3 hours and 15 minutes, and I think it's about that time. Next week, or the week after next, rather, we will come back to this with with our party split. 2 of them trapped in a dungeon, waiting, questioning in the morning, and 2 of them outside or 3 of them outside trying to figure out what's going on, as things are afoot. And things didn't go according to plan because you guys decided to pull 2 very obvious levers without knowing what they did.
look, we're adventurers. We see levers, we pull them.
Yeah. Causes problems, doesn't
Check
it?
them
Also-
first.
It's also definitely not on me.
No,
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
that
100%
time
on
was
me.
not on you. You just agreed
Oh.
to do it.
That's just 100%
It was
on
a
me.
tense moment. We didn't have
I
much time.
thought it was a cool way to make the fireplace open so we could go down to the dungeon and get the thing, okay?
Wrong lever. But you're in the
Wrong lever.
dungeon.
I'm gonna throw her with the window.
Also, do we have the compass? And before we
you
end, does
still
the
have
compass
the compass, yeah.
does it point to anything in here?
Not as far as you can tell.
Ah, piss.
You get to the middle of the room and it is spinning.
So it's probably in his bedroom then.
Ah, fucking fuck.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us for this today. It's been a wild ride, I will say that much. It's been a little it's been a little bit all over the place tonight, but it's been fun. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us. I am back tomorrow with Lying, maybe Farrell. Doubtful, though. Still a bit ill, I'm afraid, Farrell is. Getting better, hopefully. He's having to have a spinal tap done.
Ooh!
But, yeah, not fun. But hopefully tomorrow we'll be back with Lying, and we'll obviously be back on Saturday as well, wherein I might start playing either Close to the Sun, or I'll do some more Forever Skies. Either way, thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everybody. I'm going to send you all over to Raid TB Sliver, who's currently playing some Destiny 2. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a very good evening, everyone, and a very, very good night. And we'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. Nobody else saying bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.